Here we go then. Get themselves set up. No one towards middle. They have to commit pretty much right now. And there's the smoke for the barrels. Getting all lined up here, and they make their full commitment with the Molotov deployed.
Behind the barrels, they'll still wait it out. Electronic finds the opener. He's got another follow-up as well as Flamey gets res, but keep in mind they're going to continue to push on. Edward trying to find Get Right. He's been sat there the whole time. Rather than staying by the barrels, he swings out wide, and the smoke finds this planter. Not more than that. Edward got him back, but bomb goes down temporarily. Dennis to contribute. Fortunately, they won't be able to do much more than that. Dennis gets found by Flamey.
NiP side with Kevlar, just the one. That's Lekr of the helmets. That UMP actually becomes very deadly.
Lekr waiting, smoke down, won't be able to see into it. Does see some bullets fired his direction, so tries to do it again in return, but it's all about Dennis on the flank at this point in time. He's revealed himself a little bit early, however. So drawn attention his way, still makes up for it, finds Simple. Sprays through the door, needs to be careful of conserving ammo, but that may not matter when Flamey runs in and finds his head.
They started losing players due to wall bangs, as Gerard got a lovely one through the wooden boards, and a nice flank from Dennis.
Dennis waits it out in bathrooms, res to pull the aggro from the front side. He just wants to watch the open door. Wanted to cross out, in fact, got aggressive. That nearly caught him off. In fact, will, because Rez has to fire through him. He didn't really stay in the corner as was the design, but Rez seemingly making up for it as the bomb down. Og to play with. Zeus gets the kill in return. It's now a 3-on-2, though, in favor for Flamey. 14 seconds. Lekr shut down Zeus. They've got to be so careful with these smokes in position. Lekr can deny the bomb. 8 seconds, and they're still not on it. They pretty much have to commit. At this point, they will. Smoke off angle. Oh, he's tagged twice, but they don't know that they had him. They will get him down either way.
UMP's in an MP5 here. He has to crack open the bomb sites here for them to stand a chance.
Dennis waiting it out in reverse side. Does actually get Edwards walking toward him. Swings knowing that there's going to be more if they're going to play it that aggressively, even with these lowered weapons. So we get Zeus. Tagged only to 80. It looked like he actually was going to come out worse for wear on the second peak, but bomb down inside of that stairwell, meaning it's visible, but Simple still on the server, isn't he? Rez is there. What are they going to do? Save the weapons just by sitting and waiting with crossfires? That's all they have as options. 3 seconds. Rez finds Flamey. Bomb goes down and time gone. There might be more damage done. Thankfully, Simple holds his line.
To that, one of Simple's interviews after the major, something could be going on.
Get tough demise for them. A bitter demise. But it goes to show that enough can be enough when there's this much investment, right? And a NaVi, okay, sure, they're still rated number 3 in the world right now, and they've had results this year. They've won the last Blast Pro Series. They have had other successes, including Cologne in this past year, but it's just not consistent enough for the amount that's invested in that team and the amount of what they think they're worth. Look at Simple. I mean, this guy's proof of it. He's unstoppable, but yet sometimes finds himself without much support. Lekr gets Zeus.
Against Mouse Sports, they look like they're a team that just wasn't on that level. They got out-strategized.
Zeus is there, but he's got support. He's got Lekr. AWP for Lekr. That's a tough angle to hit behind the fountain. Can slide out. Oh, I think he was spotted. Still nailed it.
And Simple needs to pick up the pieces here. He's got himself right up to the bomb site. So's Edward, but he'll be dropped. And this was the force by from NiP. They find themselves in a 5 versus 3.
But already they're at long and approaching the site. They know it's going to be A. Simple was spotted. Exchange made. Lekr's tagged onto 13, but so far he's fine in the corner. It's actually going to be Rez caught out being a little bit too aggressive toward the site, with no aggro being pulled away from him. That's going to be the problem. Good read from Simple. At least gets a Molotov into the corner, but he's got to do more than that. Shot toward dumpster. 21 seconds. Time becomes a factor yet again, despite they've got this down to a 3-on-3. The site is still covered off with rotations. Bomb drop temporarily. Simple has to fight forward and get right behind the smoke. It can watch the entrance at least from the front of the site, from bathrooms, not from long. So bomb going down, but Simple lost.
Well, it's all about Get right there, managing to sneak through the smoke like a true ninja there.
Break down and keep the other team honest while you're sitting on the back foot. Do you want to go for the double eco potentially on the CT side and try and just get weapons out of their hands? It's a tough ask. Rez down first, Simple with the kill. It might have been. I thought it was teammate. Didn't really see. I was watching the map to see exactly how the play would work out. That's not bad from Get Right. They each get 1, perhaps one needed 2, if that makes sense. They couldn't go trade evenly because now at least Forrest in the site. Zeus overwhelms him with a CZ at that range. Just Forrest just not hitting the spray at all.
Taken down by the CZ, and it will be the force by that's successful again. As Lekr goes down, confirms that it is a complete reset for NiP. You can see this default very efficient. Flash over, push back the boost. Make sure CTs have no intel. Even a nade at the start there as well, but they take a bit of damage. Is that a clean wallbang for Forrest? I believe it is. Not bad at all. Takes down the AWP. That's a free kill for NIP there. Lovely stuff. And they're actually going to follow it up with a boost as well. You would not expect this. And you can see Edward didn't see it coming whatsoever. And this kill should be his as well. Zeus, not known to be an AWPer, as he'll be taken down. That's the bomb dropped as well, and presumably the round.
Yeah, bomb's the big one in Matt because out at long, no one else there. Dennis doesn't really, okay, I was gonna say doesn't really have to peek that because they have to commit to wrapping around. Flamey does look very sharp. Flamey's a little hot. But again, Dennis didn't have to commit to that because if they're in the bathrooms, bombs at long, let them commit to the site. You can set the crossfire. Giving that up nearly opened up access. They got a second kill on top of it, but now with 5 seconds. The round's fine. It's all good. They'll get away with it. 3 players alive. That's 6-5 as NIP get 1 back. Electronic waiting it out. Let's just get an angle, but the smoke's down start to actually preclude the fact that they can't see through them. There's a massive gap. Flamey jumps over. That just gives GetRight a lineup. Edward jousts against Forrest. Wow. How does Edward find that to GetRight? This gets 1 back, but bomb down, 2-on-2. Chance for this. It's HP advantage to Nip. Bomb down and positional advantage. Oh, you would say to NaVi. Good read from Dennis.
Still winnable though. Electronic, one of the key fraggers here. If he hits this shot, all bets are off. It's Rez with the AWP. Knows exactly where he is, misses it, and Electronic punishes. Excellent work there. The times are hard. But this position isn't enough from Forrest. Oh, Zeus, you got to check him. It's actually Flamey that goes down. And it will be a 5-on-4. That's exactly what Nip needed.
Yeah, Rez is still here with GetRight to support this, though. So GetRight finds 1. That actually makes life easier for Rez than they came at that number because he's guaranteed his backside's covered. And they'll spank the bottoms of NaVi by doing it. This wall to his right, the trees that go toward the mid-stairs, and then likewise, there's the same sort of linear perspective from long. I call that sort of the enemy's gate, because once you go beyond that, you're in enemy territory.
It's exactly what you want, but low HP on Edward as Simple gets dropped. He just gave his AWP over as well. So that's going to be a disappointing loss, and time has been a bit of an issue for NaVi. He keeps scrambling towards the bomb site when there's no time left. This will be no different. Luckily, Dennis does miss a bit of a sitter there, and another. This is at the setup. GetRight here. He needs multiple kills. He tries to fall back, but he's hitting all the shots. 3 kills come in. That should confirm absolutely everything, and we split it right down the middle there. Some desperate rounds from NIP at the end. In itself, that is a loss, I would say, but it's better than having the straight up L.
Yeah, I agree. When you get ties, you're kind of relying on other teams to lose points as well, right?
Well for an IP, unless they get a double kill very early on.
Rez trying to find his way back in. Has Electronic behind the truck, actually overstepped the mark. Edward, good find and return on GetRight, but low HP on Rez means they have to subside slightly in his position. Zeus has to do the same. Edward, he's already tagged down to 20. He easily finds Dennis, and that means now Forrest trying to step out. Look at that retake from NaVi. That's incredible.
Is this a nice little creative boost coming in? I think it is. Right up to that playground. Can you spot over the wall? Certainly can. Not the most ideal angle. Dennis will take care of that, and so will Forrest. 2 kills come in for an IP.
Boost still in position. No one on A. This should be pretty straightforward. Boost finally works, in fact. Electronic gets GetRight inside the door connector, and that swing from Edward. Oh, shots from the MP5 going a little bit soon. One to pre-fire at long, gets back in position and that mid-range SMG against armor can't do it. And Electronic left on 19. Not much to lose, much to gain. Just waiting to go down at this point in time, and Dennis will do exactly that at 10-8. Simple. Pitch of the trees. The slides out to find Dennis. Make contact to sell this even further. And Zeus is in heaven, so they can actually go for 2 on the site. Again, though, it's the 2 you wouldn't want to challenge, or is it? Simple's already gone. We saw the kill on the offsite, but this is more important at this point because Electronic trying to do what he can to buy time for rotations. Can't do much.
Oh,
good find from Zeus, however. You're right. Second time he's lost out on a duel that really I don't think Forrest should lose out on in those situations.
Definitely not. That was his kill all day long. It's a couple of times that's happened here. Forrest goes down with just the 1 kill. The 1 CT. It's Edward waiting with the AUG. He needs at least 1 kill to survive there. Not the best start, but Simple will at least find the frag on the other side of the map, and he's rotated in from heaven. He's finding absolutely everyone. What's going on here?
Wow.
All of a sudden, it turns on his head. It looked like NaVi had nothing to say in that B bomb side, but Simple hits every shot, and that is the problem with the contact play. It's all about the surprise, not telegraphing a situation, but if they do get an open read and fall player back like Simple for another contact play potentially here. 4 players towards short, 1 a monster. They are committed, and here comes the utility to back it up.
Back it up indeed, but Flamey, he ain't All right, he was a lot more blind than I thought he was. Even I was misled by the spectator at that time. I thought his vision was starting to return, and he's standing there in the open with no response, but it's Simple that's left alive. One-on-one, oh, nearly got Lekro, who jumped above the bullet. I don't think he knows that Lekro's low, because this is pistol position at this point. 6 HP, doesn't even matter. Simple stares him down. Simple does what he wants, and he'll get the round 14-8. Grenade lands inside of the tunnel. It's like a funnel, a two-pointer from the free throw line. Something about basketball hoops and getting balls inside of them. As it's now 5-on-4. Rez will work his way in, AK-47 in hand, Flamey. Pushed off the pillar by way of a flashbang, scopes back in, he'll bird that, but Rez, as a result, is able to get the kill. He burns alive. He steps on top of the flames. Zeus deployed, and Edward wants to just buy time, so he'll stay waiting for someone to push down the ramp. That someone is Lekro. He's gotten a kill for it. Falls immediately after. Get right, able to trade. This is still extremely close, but Dennis waiting and catching up the rotation does give the chance to an IP.
Simple, he has no problem from heaven, from graffiti, and he's out-positioned Dennis there. That's such a brilliant position from Simple. Not exactly home turf for Astralis. They're decent on it, but it's not their best. That's disappointing. An open map like that, phase the firepower they have, you'd think it's all over, but this one might be as well.
Might get it right. Walks over directly toward him, missed the headshot. His crosshair placement slightly high, but makes up for it. 14 HP, down to a 4-on-4. Up shot from Simple. He's not positioned fast enough. 22 HP. I think he's going down here because the shadow shows and he's overrun. That means Dennis gets the angle and a second shot. Third from Truck. Dennis trying to do something that doesn't rhyme with Truck. He's forced to get the kill in the end to cover off one side of the door, and you also have Long covered by Simple on that AWP. Zeus and Electronic. I just talked about how great their positioning was, and then they both push and get caught out. I don't understand that mentality to push when they know that there's players on the other side.
And now 4 rounds away from that as it goes 15-11. Get right can afford to flirt with some frags here. They'll be a lot more valuable to him than they are NaVi.
And I think Zeus is going to do exactly that. So the op trying to get vision wherever vision be possible. Gets one, but he's countered out. Forrest actually got him through the wall as he was falling off his teammate's head. That's a pretty spectacular shot.
Getting closer and closer now to taking us the full distance. We'll see if it's possible. Reds starting to warm up now. Look quiet so far, but that's a clinical shot to take down Electronic. Looking to break the bank. Remember, they did not force buy in the previous round. They still will have cash here. So 3 weapons to survive.
Go to the underpass. 15-12. Trying to bring this back from what was a 59 score line. They aren't done yet, but Simple holds on at the sandbag position. In fact, stays in case there's anyone more. I think it's Simple's position, but meanwhile, it's Zeus that's actually going to hold out inside of the site. As Flamey gets Lekro, I think he's down below in this area, so he is able to swing onto the doorway.
This is it, do or die. This kill could decide the round. Flamey is going to find it with ease as well. 4-on-2, Dennis and Forrest. He fumbles it.
He went off at the exact time Forrest showed it. There was a gap.
Okay, a miracle.
That might have been the kill. That is a bit of a miracle. You're absolutely right, but the Electronics goes around. Forrest finds one in the middle of reloading the gun. Flamey finds the kill. So that puts us into the victory circle on the NaVi side.